Daniel Berehulak ganó el Premio Pulitzer 2017 por todo este trabajo que publicó en The New York Times al mostrar esta dura realidad de la guerra contra el narcotráfico en Filipinas, luego de que llegara al poder Rodrigo Duterte, este personaje que, insisto, se comparó con Hitler, dijo que iba a acabar con todas las personas que tuvieran algo que ver con las drogas. Pero la realidad es que Daniel Berehulak tiene una larga historia y llena de muchos premios. Él es un fotógrafo que ha tenido varios premios, ha tenido 5 World Press Photo, este es el segundo Pulitzer que gana y tuvimos la oportunidad de platicar el día de hoy con él por la tarde. Él se encuentra en Nueva York y la siguiente entrevista que le vamos a presentar se la hicimos más adelante, platicamos varios minutos con él y le preguntábamos, él ha dicho en algunas otras ocasiones que lo que vivió en Filipinas fue incluso más peligroso y violento de lo que él ha visto y vivido en una guerra. Esto fue lo que nos dijo.
In some ways, it was worse, and it was different because it was happening because of the government state-sanctioned killings. It felt like that you had a president who was calling for the death of, he was saying 10,000 to 20,000 more. He also referred to a figure of 3 million and likened himself to Hitler. Saying that he would slaughter every single one of them. So such an extreme case of focusing on your own population and then having that rhetoric, having those words, him speaking out in public, and then seeing the effects of that in the streets. On average, during the months last year, there was 24 people a day that were being killed. So seeing this led by the government was increasingly alarming to me.
Bueno, y con todo este ambiente que vivió allá en Filipinas, le preguntamos si había recibido él alguna amenaza.
When we were working together, I worked with a number of local Filipino journalists, and we went out together to these crime scenes, safety in numbers, and we were the whole time working together, sharing information. And at that point in that time, we didn't feel any threats at all. It was only afterwards, when the story was published, and also recently after the news of the Pulitzer in the last 24 hours, that I have received death threats via social media, saying if I came back to the Philippines that I would be killed. So apart from those, while we were working, we did feel safe at the time.
Bueno, y la verdad es que nos interesaba mucho saber si él tiene un proyecto próximo aquí en nuestro país. Vamos a ver si lo tiene o no.
We've been working on a story on the desaparecidos, and also the level of danger that journalists face working within Mexico, in Veracruz, and a number of other states. So we've been working on those stories.
Y bueno, ya con esta información, la última pregunta que le hicimos fue saber su opinión, si la violencia que él vio en Filipinas es similar o menor a la que se vive en nuestro país. Él vive mucho aquí en la Ciudad de México y por eso también se lo preguntamos. Está muy adentrado a toda la historia de nuestro país. Vamos a ver qué nos dijo.
I feel that it's different in a way. The violence in the Philippines seemed to be perpetrated only by from what we saw from the government, from vigilantes, and whereas in Mexico you have turf wars with cartels. You also have the government which has been implicated as well. So the difference in the Philippines seemed that it was more being instigated by the government, by the police, and by vigilantes. So in that way, it was different.
Así nuestra plática con Daniel Berehulak. Sin duda un gran honor y un placer haber trabajado con él, haberlo entrevistado.